So that's the desert. We just wanted to bring everyone up to date on that. And Susan asked me to save all of this till she got in here.
Yeah, because it transformed you.
Oh, really?
You were so whiny before.
Oh, yeah.
I have diverticulitis. My shoulders hurt.
Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. We appreciate the emails. We got tons of them coming in today at drdrewafterdark@gmail.com. Also the voice messages, 818-253-1693. And I know I've been giving you guys shit at being depressed, but I'm sort of kidding, but I'm sort of not. So bring the attitude, everybody. And young ladies, we need more of the female listeners, viewers, participation because they always bring us joy. And we appreciate that. Speaking of bringing me joy, my own source of joy, Susan Pinsky in the house tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, she's come back. She's returned.
I have.
In spite of the previous episodes that have been somewhat cantankerous / abusive, you've come back again.
I did. Mommy's always come back.
So everything's going well with you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, my life is good.
Yeah. Yes. Good to be back in Austin.
Yeah. This has actually been a fun trip this time.
We had dinner last night with Duncan Trussell.
Yes, and his lovely wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. How was that?
Really fun. We had never really met her before, and so it was nice to spend some time with her. So
super nice.
Yeah,
fun
he bought us dinner, by the way, which was really nice.
I know.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. We didn't deserve it.
I tell everybody, thank you for taking out the Fockers.
We're the Fockers?
Yes.
So speaking of being Fockers, this morning you asked me a strange question about whether or not Annie was black.
No, I got an email from some mommy on the contact@drdrew.com that said, if Annie says that he's Asian and white, why does he talk like a black guy?
Annie, please straighten them out.
You know, man, there's a lot of times I've looked back on this show and I've been like, man, I feel so dumb, you know, like I say dumb stuff and I didn't say this at the right time, but God damn, I could never be as dumb as these niggas. Never. I will never be as dumb as these niggas. It's fucking, I don't even want to say, I want them to be forever mind blown.
But Annie, you could only be like one thing, dude.
So fucking stupid.
All I thought was, this guy needs to listen.
Yeah, and he's listening more to the show.
Yeah.
But you know what? People are dumb online generally. You know what I mean? That's one thing I've been noticing lately. I've started saying stuff sort of provocatively just to see what people do with it. And the answers are so dumb. So dumb.
What are the type of things that you're putting out there?
Nothing. It's usually been some COVID stuff. I'm just sort of nudging a little bit, like with, some sort of, almost on the margin controversial comments about myocarditis and COVID vaccines or something.
He tried to be nice in the email or at the end. He goes, love you anyways, but
she's just still in
but it was
the
just
email.
Dumb stuff.
She's still in the any statement. She's still bothered by the fact that she brought this up. She's not heard a word we said since Annie called everybody that is communicating with us the N-word. That's when Susan's brain just went. So.
Drew, I think we got some voicemails.
Oh, let's do it. Let's get some voicemails.
Let's change the subject.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name is Sean. I'm a long-time Loveline listener, so you live. Glad to see you on your mom's house, sucking and fucking like always. But my question is pertaining to my 15-year-old daughter. I have been in her life as her stepfather for the last 6 years, and recently, kind of due to very unrelated biological dad issues not being in her life with huge abandonment problems, she started turning to substances to try and cope with this abandonment. Just starting with vape pens, she's not really drinking that we know of. Her mom and I are doing her best to try and be supportive. She is currently in therapy, but I want to know, as a father figure, what more can I try and do for her to try and guide her in the right direction? Punch me, beat me, maybe even tickle me a little. Thanks.
Well, so here's the deal. This is not a parent problem. This is a mental health problem. And you have to really distinguish between when there's a parenting issue and when there's a a medical issue here, a mental health problem. And thank God she has a mental health professional. Make sure that this person is adequately trained to handle this situation. I will guarantee you whatever you're hearing about that she's doing, it's 10 times more, at least 10 times more. Whatever if they're lazy enough that things get through to the parents, you're only getting the tip of the iceberg. So, you're going to have to be in family sessions. You probably should have a family therapist in addition to having her have an individual therapy. And we have to decide here whether or not this is somebody developing burgeoning addiction or not. And that therapist needs to help you understand that. And if it really is addiction, you're going to have to start attending a program called Al-Anon and get your own sponsor so your interactions with her change a little bit. And the Al-Anon sponsor can help you do that. So there's a lot to be done here. In terms of sort of, I'll ask Susan this question in terms of being a role model as a step parent. One of the things for sure to immediately is make the house a completely safe environment. Get the liquor out of the house, get any medications out of your medicine cabinet, and just, the home is a completely safe environment. Don't tolerate any illegal activities and drop the axe where you can. You may have to do some really serious consequences for some of her choices. But what do you think?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Is there anything he can do modeling as a stepdad? He feels like he's not the biological dad. He feels guilty.
I don't know. Don't do drugs in front of her.
Yeah, don't drink or do anything around her for sure. And don't tolerate anything. Look, she has to stop all of this, period, end. And to sort of minimize and go, she's only doing a little cocaine or just some weed. No, zero. And are there any other illegal activities you allow your children to do? Just no illegal activities, period.
Also used to say that if our kids were at a party and the parents served alcohol, you would call the cops.
100%. 100%.
So our kids never got invited anywhere.
Right, they had to go to any parties. Because, look, if a parent is serving alcohol at an adolescent...
It worked, though. They didn't do anything until they were 18.
Yeah, then wheels come off the wagon right after that. But if you're giving alcohol to underage individuals, you, the parents that are providing the alcohol, are specifically liable for anything that happens in that relation to that party. And you should know that when it comes to adverse outcomes, you always find alcohol, whether it's accidents, fights, unwanted sexual contact, pregnancies, STIs, anything, you name it, it's always alcohol. So you are setting yourself up as that parent providing alcohol to be the subject of some really serious consequences when shit goes down. So don't do that.
And know that when she leaves the house, she's going to do it somewhere else.
Right. But keep the house safe and don't tolerate illegal activities and get a family therapist and let's start getting involved in this.
How do you feel about like going in and searching their room and stuff like that?
When you are trying to save somebody's life, you do whatever you got to do.
Right.
But take the direction of the therapist. But I'm not sure this therapist necessarily is fully equipped to handle a very, very, very serious situation like this. So
we got really lucky. None of our kids had that. And mental health is such a slippery slope. It's just so hard.
It's very tough. And look, most of us have something, right? That's just the way it is. And this poor kid, we don't know if that stepdad was an alcoholic, she has a 50% probability of having that gene, and the fact that she's got some momentum with substances is highly suggestive.
Well, if it's an absentee parent, then there's a good possibility.
Right, that's right. And this dad.
I remember when you went to the high school, when our kids were starting to get into that age where they were having parties and stuff, and we tried to get everybody to sign contracts that they wouldn't have alcohol in their homes and have parties and stuff like that, and they all refused.
All the attorneys freaked out, if you remember. I won't sign a contract. How dare you ask me to do that? It's like, I just have an agreement. We'll do this. And don't call it a contract. Whatever. So,
yeah, that didn't go over very well.
So one of the things that has you and I can talk about now that I've not been able to talk about is we only tell you part of it, by the way.
Your exciting journey.
Yeah. We can talk about the people that I was there with. So I went out into the Wadi Rum desert of Jordan and participated in a special forces recruit training session, part of a reality show where this is the group. We were literally a special forces unit. There I am up there. Next to me is, I think, Montel Jordan, and I'm seeing Mel B there. You see Kenya. You see Jamie Lynn Spears. Anthony Scaramucci,
Kate Gosling,
Hannah Brown, Nastia Lukin,
Danny Amendola,
Danny, who's going to come with us tonight to this the Kill Tony show.
Anthony Scaramucci.
Yep, Scaramucci's
Good
there.
guy.
So those are
Dwight Howard.
Yep, That's right. Dwight Howard from the Lakers.
Oh, great names.
Yeah.
Really cool people.
And
Drew made friendships of a lifetime.
Yeah, because we were bonded in trauma.
Yes.
I mean, we were literally, shitting in pie tins, and if people were on their period, too bad. It was coming out. It was in front of everybody.
You were shitting in what?
Oh yeah, you
Shitting
gotta
in a
talk
pie
about
tin.
the Brown situation.
Shitting
over
in a
there.
pie tin. We it
Couldn't
was
even go in a hole that you dug?
no hole. It was a tin. It was like a thing, and it was
Like a bedpan.
we kind of bedpan. We had kind of stalls, but the stalls only went up to about your mid abdomen. And Dwight Howard is 6'9".
Yeah, he
Dwight
was
Howard,
hanging over the
even
top.
when he was sitting, he was looking down on everybody else. And so
I can imagine.
Kate, I think it was, that told me that there was. She told him, "Sorry, Dwight, just whatever it is, you're going to get a show. Just the way it goose." And
That was the one thing that they all talked about. They had to go in pairs.
you're not allowed to go. Once you're in the tent, you were fine. But if you left your confines of your tent, you had to go in pairs and you had to run.
Because it's not safe for one person to go out in the desert by themselves to take
Not
a
just
dump.
the desert. The conceit was that we could get it. We were on a
Well,
military.
it was a safety issue, right?
We were in a military unit and could get attacked at any
Right,
moment.
so you need
And
somebody there to
help you,
have your
protect
back.
you. Right. And there was one shower for all of us that was outside by the pie tins, and it was just sort of dribbled out. It was just sort of this dribble thing. And I remember the first day Nastia took a shower. I was shocked. I'm like, Nastia, you think you got all those clothes? We had all this military gear on. You took it all of me and took a shower. How did you do that? I couldn't even pull it
So
off.
he saw her naked.
Yeah, no, because the shower had kind of a thing to like here. You could kind of.
Anyways, there was no. It was a humbling experience.
Oh, Beverly
on
Mitchell from. Was it one?
They had a Miss USA or something.
Hannah Brown. She's a Miss Alabama and Bachelorette. And
Super cool people.
yeah, we've got to know everybody.
Tough people.
Well, that is, yes. And so thank you for saying that, Susan, because that is the one thing that I want everyone to know about this group. Everybody you see here, I know it's going to be hard for you to, until you see it. Oh, yeah, Mike Piazza from the Mets is up there.
Yeah, he was cool. He's fine. We went out to dinner with him too.
Yep. Until you see how tough these people are, you're going to be shocked how tough everyone is. You're going to be shocked. And it was, I think that's me jumping out of a helicopter about 3 stories up into the Red Sea. Looks about like my dive.
I looked closely. That person has dark hair.
Oh, really?
But
So-
you did that.
Yeah, I did that. Who else got a good dive like that? It might have been Danny or something. Maybe it's Danny.
lot of
Danny
hair.
Amendola. But what? You look intrigued, Dove.
No, I'm just looking through all these pictures.
you
I'm
have-
trying to find
you
one
have-
with you
you
in
have
it.
No,
question.
he's not. There's
There's
no
Montel
pictures of
Jordan.
him yet. You'll see him, but there were 17 people or 16 people.
Yeah.
to
So
start,
this was us the night before we went into the desert. We were actually in the
that's
desert there.
with Drew's
but
phone.
yeah,
phone. so
yeah,
he's-
yeah.
This is
and
when they were still normal people.
we were
Their
wearing,
lives have been
we
transformed.
were wearing sunglasses and things like that.
Yeah, they were smiling.
And the shit just hit the fan.
120-degree heat.
I actually sent you a
Sand everywhere.
Shot of of the temperatures at the beach. And if you see that thing I sent to Zolo, maybe he thought I sent it mistakenly. But
Well, when he left, he said he was with all these people. He was taking video of the day before when he was with them, and then 5 days went by, or a couple days went by. Seemed like a long time. I get a phone call from him, and he's like,
from me.
"Yeah," and you were just amped up. You were just like,
but anyway,
you were
we can't
like,
talk
his
about,
adrenaline
Okay.
was just through the
okay,
roof.
you
It was
cannot
so
talk
exciting.
about how long of anything.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know how long it was.
Right.
But anyways, but when I met his friends and they all got together to talk about their experiences,
Same thing.
the energy is so high. It was so intense, and they're such good friends now. And like, I don't know why, Danny wants to go out with us every time we come to town. He's so adorable, and his girlfriend's adorable. But it's like we made these friendships, but they're also, the stories are just incredible.
Well, there it is. That is the temperature every day at the beach.
Oh, that was just like Austin.
That was Al-Aqaba. And when you went into the desert, it was 120 every day.
But people need to know what
120.
SAS training is.
SAS training is, SEER training. You have to find your way through things. You have to tolerate being in a box for long periods of time. They put hoods over your head and put
like you're under torture.
Yeah, torture
how you would be
conditions.
tortured if you were captured by
torture conditions,
by the enemy,
interrogations. There's things blowing up. There is
you have to jump off high buildings,
very high buildings,
or
out of
helicopters.
Out of helicopters.
Did they waterboard you?
No waterboarding.
They didn't do that, but they did give them scuba lessons right before.
Yeah, we had some scuba clearance, and then that never happened.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't happen, but
well, I think they realized some people couldn't swim or something.
there were people that did not swim, and yet there are people who are like Montel was afraid of heights and couldn't swim and jumped out of that damn helicopter.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, I was like,
And they would go for your
oof.
weak point. Like if you had a fear of heights, they'd make sure you did the exercise where you had to,
rappel off a cliff or
rappel
something.
down
yeah.
a huge,
Drew,
Yeah.
what was your biggest fear that they made you do?
Shitting in that pie tin. No, no.
and no pictures of that in here in my folder. What's going on with that?
No, I didn't. I was into it. I didn't have fear of stuff. It was just sort of the
You were
hard,
into it. So
Yeah.
they're like, take a shit in this pie tin. Yep. How
Hell
high?
yeah. Yes, staff. That's all I would say all the time. Yes, staff. The hard part was you were always off balance. You were never sure exactly. They never gave you full instructions on anything. You never knew what was coming next. And so that was unpleasant. Like always trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing and how to do it. And they were just constantly screwing with you that way, just trying to keep you off balance. Because
Was there anyone that broke like surprisingly fast, or that you were like, wow, they're really having a rough time with this? Or was everyone just trying to hang on?
Everyone was. These people are tough. Everyone hung on.
Nobody wanted to leave.
Yeah, nobody wanted to leave. People left when they had to. Really,
you got to say when you wanted to leave. It wasn't like there was $1 million at the end and
Right.
everybody was killing themselves to get to it. It was like as soon as you were like, oh, I've had enough. I'm out. Like, or I can't do that.
Yeah.
And everybody felt guilty doing that because they wanted to stay as long as possible.
Yes, people felt bad, like they let everyone else down if they didn't do.
I mean, they all tell the same story.
So you'll get to see that in January, everybody.
It's going to be so exciting, you guys. Everybody needs to watch this.
It's going to be on
it's
Fox.
It's like cinematography.
Yeah, it's done like a film. It's
You
done
know,
like,
and
yeah, you can see those pictures. Oh, there we are. That's Beverly Mitchell, actress.
Yeah, I remember from Seventh Heaven. Right?
Seventh Heaven, exactly.
Yeah. Men and women.
Oh, and Carly Lloyd. That was Carly Lloyd down the hill, famous soccer player. Men hate to go to the doctor. In my practice, it's always their partners that drag them in. I was the same way, and particularly when it comes to talking to physicians about certain issues. And the reality is most men's health issues, particularly young men, have simple solutions. RexMD is all about simple solutions. RexMD makes getting Viagra, branded Viagra, or generic Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything's online, even the prescription. They deliver right to your door. No office visits, no talking to a receptionist. Super simple. And listen, Viagra can cost as much as $90 a pill in some situations, but RexMD has generic Viagra for just as low as $2 a pill. Same medicine. Just fill out a quick medical questionnaire on their website. Doctor will review your situation and prescribe the generic Viagra if appropriate. Your medication gets shipped right to your door with free 2-day shipping. It's that fast, simple, and cheap, and you can access your U.S. licensed RexMD physician anytime you need to from then on. RexMD has helped over 300,000 guys get generic Viagra quickly and conveniently. RexMD just works, and it works the very first night. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our viewers, but you've got to go to rexmd.com/afterdark to get started. That's REXMD, rexmd.com/afterdark. One more time, go to rexmd.com/afterdark today to get started with a starter pack of prescription generic Viagra or Cialis. All orders, free 2-day shipping. RexMD, the authority in men's health. All right, so that's the desert. We just wanted to bring everyone up to date on that. And Susan asked me to save all of this till she got in here.
Yeah, because it transformed you.
Oh, really?
You were so whiny before.
Oh, yeah.
I have diverticulitis. My shoulders hurt. Yeah, right? Remember that? Before he left?
You gave him a really Jewy voice there. Boy, my diverticulitis.
Yeah, I've got the Jewy voice. Happy New Year, by the way, Nadav.
Oh, thank you, Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
But,
So,
I'm the goyest person
That's
here.
today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're working on your day off. Good for you.
Yep. Thank you.
He is a bad Jew.
We love that. We love that about you.
So
You love that about me?
I love
what
that you work when you're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'd be gone for all of September and October.
That's
if I
ridiculous.
was observant.
Oh, jeez.
no chance. 0 chance. So
No, but you were
so
like
yeah, so I was that way, but when I started training for this thing, I really kind of responded and felt better. I thought, oh, this is gonna be great. I feel, then I got punished in the desert, and I came back and I thought, oh, message received. I'm old. When you're old, you have this shit. Stop whining about it. You're lucky to be where you are. Stop it. You
so
you're,
funny.
You're 4 year age. You're doing fine. Just
no, but he
shut
worked
up.
out so hard
Yeah.
before the show,
Yeah.
and because he had the diverticulitis, then he started working out and he started feeling good, and he was motivated and he was excited, and then when he got there, he was fine. He screwed
I think
up.
I think I had a little bit of an
You
attack.
screwed up your
so-
knee the first
Oh
day.
no! I the day before, 2 days before we go to the desert, I blew out my calf muscle.
Oh.
Jumping rope. Yeah.
I was like,
Blew
what?
out your calf
Why are
muscle?
you
well, yeah, I got
jumping rope?
the medial head just tore.
That was
And
right when you got there?
Yes.
This is day two.
While they were
2
warming
days
up.
before the going to the desert, and Danny Amendola, the New England Patriot, really worked on it for me, and it was like helped me get
He
so I
like
could
took
start
a.
running again.
Well, tell him what he did.
He took a metal bar and was just like running, working it out.
Oh, a little body work.
Yeah, and
fixed it?
It was pretty good. I still had to go get it taped up when we were in the desert. We were on a camp, a campground, and there was a medic unit. I went in there and got taped up, and it really helped me. So
Yeah.
I was pretty good after that.
So then he
But it took another
went
couple weeks for
through
it to heal.
this
Yeah.
rigorous
Oh,
training, and he,
Hold on. Let's rewind. You could just tape a torn calf muscle.
Well,
and
what I
power
did, we
through it?
taped, just powering through it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we can power through a lot of muscular injuries. You can.
But then you don't need surgery. You're just like, oh,
No,
I guess
no.
I'll just
I mean, it
keep
wasn't
on
a
sprinting
through
Just
on
and
it.
pull the
through
muscle.
tear. It wasn't like the entire muscle. What's that?
Willpower.
Yeah. So I'm talking. See, this was Annie lives by willpower. You understand?
The Annie
He
School
taught
of
me that
Healing.
long time ago.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to happen.
and the adrenaline
You're
was
so
so
glad we
high.
could train you.
Blood does not have to circulate through your system. No.
Time
no.
off, not on
Your
my
heart doesn't
watch.
have to beat. No, it doesn't need to. Don't worry about
Not if you don't need it.
it.
Not
If you're still breathing, just power through it.
So, but yeah, it was unpleasant. It was uncomfortable, but I could power through it. And the problem, what I fear was I was going to really re-injure it to the point where I could, because at one point I couldn't walk, and I thought, shit, I come out to the desert, now I can't walk. You kidding? That was very
and then
disturbing.
the stuff they made you do and you were able to do is just insane. So apparently it was okay.
That was okay. It
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah, just a little duct tape and you're good to go.
It kinda
But
hurt.
then he got home, and this isn't the inside story because I know everything about him. He decided to go in and talk to a surgeon.
I don't really know what she's going to talk about.
You said, I'm going to go get this diverticulitis taken care of.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
gonna get
gonna-
a surgeon.
I'm not going to wimp out
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
So he went and he looked into it, and they said, nope, not taking it out. So they just gave him some really good advice, and he's been great.
better.
ever since. And he's in great shape now. He works out a little harder. He looks really good. He's strong, and yeah, it's pretty. It was a transformation, definitely. Doing a reality show sometimes can do that to you. It can really,
Help you.
yeah, it can kick your ass and make you
Did kick my
feel
ass.
good about yourself again. And
Can I ask why they refused to remove the part of your sigmoid?
Because the guy was like, let's try a couple other things first. And I was like, okay, I'll try these things. And they worked like crazy.
What were
And-
the things?
He had me take a lot more bulk, which I was already taking bulk, but I was afraid I was taking too much. He goes, no, more. And then he had me take a motility agent every day. So Ducalax every day. Boom.
Yep.
I'm immediately better. And then a lot better. Like it's been just great ever since.
Wow.
And it's been
bulking
waxing.
and a diarrheal?
Not really a diarrhea, it's just a motility drug. It's just a pressure to move things at a different pressure.
Yeah.
And it is. I was waxing and waning for like a year. It was
Yeah.
like constantly kind of bugging me, and like
it would just
nothing.
flare
Gone.
up.
Gone.
He'd eat my chili, and then there was, I ate too much.
Oh, it's her chili. That's the problem.
Well,
I'm
it's a
telling you.
ragu. There's
Oh,
nothing
there's no chili
spicy.
there. It's just a ragu, but it's all.
But it had beans in it, remember? So it's kind of like chili without the spice.
I don't remember.
You-
Can we show Susan some TikToks or something? Let's get her mind on something
Absolutely.
else.
So did you do any of this kind of fitness?
That was the first finger glove dance that I created as an introduction to the first video, Finger Fitness, The Art of Finger Control.
Ugh.
I'd like to share that with you now.
Ooh. Look at that.
Fascinating. Oh, there's more. I like that Christina's fascinated by this.
Look at that dexterity.
1988. It sounds very 80s, the music.
All right, that goes for like another minute.
That guy
and a half.
makes a living with that, right? Is that what he's
Back in the
implying?
late 80s, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, could you?
He looks like a magician or something.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
You know.
So for Susan, could you find the snail identity people and play that for me? I'm curious what her thoughts would be. This is
We're not going
a
to talk about this guy.
this is a gay lady. Is she gay? Snow White? That's her name.
Lesbian Snow
Lesbian
White.
Snow White, and she is a she's a gender identity specialist, it seems, or at least has lots of funny ideas, interesting ideas about this. And she is advocating for a certain point of identity that we should celebrate.
All right.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use snails pronouns in sentences, so let's go! The reason that a person might want to use snails pronouns because this person might feel like a snail throughout this person's gender. That's okay. If anything, we should just be here to love and support this person that needs the comfort of hearing a pronoun. It's not hurting anybody, and it sure as heck is not hurting you. So please, for the love of all that is good in this world, just try to be more understanding of people. I promise you that there are lots of neopronoun users out here. It's just there isn't a very comfortable space for people to use neopronouns. I don't even use neopronouns myself, but I know that neopronouns are valid and they are here to stay. So let's just try to get comfortable with using neopronouns in sentences. Snail is such a wonderful person. Snail's smile is so contagious. In fact, I saw Snail make a whole audience smile. I think Snail should be very proud of Snail self. Oh my goodness, we made it through! And if you need more help on how to use neopronouns in sentences, that should help.
Just like,
Jesus.
okay.
I can't stop looking at her eyelids.
Eye makeup's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to focus on what she's saying, but her eyelids keep
and
flashing me.
She one of the
Snail's pronouns.
one of the things that I did not notice was that the little cartoons she has, everyone's wearing masks. So she has to virtue signal every opportunity she gets.
Right. But
cannot
maybe this
miss an
was during
opportunity.
COVID too,
And then she's got a
when she did it.
And she's got the rainbow flags on her
Right.
shirts. Look
She's
at
a
the
snail.
snake. Look
We
at the
don't
people
know
that,
if she's male or female because she's a snail.
No, she's not. She's not a snail. She doesn't use these kinds of pronouns.
Yeah, right.
She's Snow White. Snow White is a she, her, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if we asked Snow White
No,
what
but
she was,
she's
she
a
would
snail.
say, no, she's
Lesbian
not a
Snow
snail.
White.
She's
just-
saying we should celebrate the snail identities. Snails.
Okay. All right.
So, in fact, any other weird pronoun identities you've come across? Like, should we have fingernails, or? You know?
I mean, I've seen on YouTube a lot, or on Twitter a lot, people that say they identify as an animal or something.
And that's their.
Yeah.
It's like instead as opposed to a snail.
But I mean, they're being funny. This is
You
like
think they're being
this
funny?
person's being very serious.
I think they're being. Maybe people are making fun when they do that, but there are people that do this seriously.
Well, thank God none of our kids are doing that.
Yes, there's no unicorn.
I mean,
identities.
it's just a way for them to get attention. It just doesn't even make sense, you know?
Right.
Like, and then be mad at you for something because you called him a her or a him,
Right, and then,
instead of snail.
But there's this weird passive aggressive, like we're loving everybody, we're going to celebrate everybody,
Yeah.
but then forcing it up your tuchus in
like
the meantime.
that's like borderline personality stuff.
In what sense?
It's just they're full of shit.
But so they're advocating love and peace and love, but in reality they're angry
You know
and
what?
hostile.
I'm too old for this pronoun thing. Okay, I'm over the hill. Like I get to make mistakes and I get to be stupid about it because I'm old.
Because you hate people, you don't love people the way she does.
Yeah, I know. I don't love people at all.
Right.
But
Neopronouns are valid and they are here to stay.
They're here to
right,
stay.
and
We're going to be calling people
we
snail
do our
snails forever.
best, but when it gets
I
wacky,
think in the Ukraine now, when the Russians
Yeah.
attack, they go, soldier, snail, over here. No, snails over here. How many guys are jump up? How many?
yeah, let's go back to
They only allow
SAS
males
training.
in the army.
Yeah, but if it's a snail and she calls it snails, or the sergeant calls them snails, how many guys? Is that one guy or 10 guys?
Snail males, as many as are available.
No, it's like they.
I mean, can you imagine if you were in SAS training and they said,
Oh.
okay, And you said you have to address me by snail.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You'd be
they
crab
would just
walking.
pour salt on you and you'd be dead.
Yes, like a snail. But while you crab walked across the desert is what would happen.
Well, snail's not even a pronoun.
Yeah.
Right, it's a neopronoun.
It's true.
It's a noun.
Look.
It is. It's a noun.
It starts
Bunch of
with
fucking haters.
is that
Unbelievable.
Chad, it starts with the fact that we don't have any singular or plural pronouns anymore, right? I mean, what do I do with that? That's my whole point. If a sergeant's calling out to a they, you guys, the Russians are attacking. Go grab your weapons. Let's go.
And then they just
And he's
stands
talking
there.
and he's talking to one guy. Or would the whole platoon stand up? How do we communicate that? Okay. Anyway.
No, and it's funny because
You'd have
like
to use his name,
when
right?
people correct me when they're talking to me and they say, "Well, they will be over later," and I'm like, "Who's they? It was supposed to be one person."
Who are they bringing?
Yeah, and I'm just like, and then they correct me, and I'm like, "Go fuck yourself. They're using my house for free."
I think we got another TikTok over
Sorry.
Write your letters to
Because I don't want anything to do with you. Quit calling my aunt. Quit messaging my sister-in-law. Quit trying to pull my friends and family into this. You want closure? Here's your closure. I don't like you. Get over it.
Like the way she overly pronounces.
I like how she followed my comment.
Yes,
because that's
that's how you felt.
That's how I feel inside, deep inside my loveless heart.
I think we got another TikTok right here.
She's got the cool guy. Oh yeah, I saw this one.
The dragon chasing the ball. But to not kill him, we start here and go here.
So I guess stay on your guard when you're around Steven Seagal. That's what. Who's that in the background?
That's Steven Seagal.
It is Steven Seagal, isn't it?
Yeah. This is Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he's
that's
gained a
just
little
camera
weight.
guy.
Susan hasn't seen him since he put some weight on.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well,
Oh, good for Steven.
He's out there, so good for him.
Is he
On TikTok.
snail pronouns?
No, but are you ready to learn?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm always ready to learn.
In my previous video about how to take a book off the shelf,
Oh, I've
many
seen this guy.
people said that it was a design flaw that the top edge could be damaged by taking a book off this way, because this would be the natural way to do it. And so, really, it's not user malfunction, but a design malfunction. However, these books are all backwards. 500 years ago, all the books would have been shelved with their four edges facing outward. And so you wouldn't be pulling on top edges of spines. The head of the spine would be at the back. So if you were sliding it out, you'd actually be pushing on it. It's also common to find that there is writing on the four edges
Oh, look
or
at
some
that.
other part of the book to identify what the book is, instead of using a spine label. And of course, having a handy-dandy chain to lift the book with also
Ooh,
is an
nice.
advantage.
That looks like a purse.
So that guy, he gets into. I've seen him before. He gets into so much weird detail about ancient books and binding, and
Pretty cool.
it scratches my obsessive compulsive itch. But I think he actually has an obsessive compulsive personality.
Right.
There's a certain personality type that he sort of represents.
Yeah,
He's just a
I've-
book guy. He's one of those book
He-
guys.
I was
it's
thinking,
a-
like, how do you know what the book is? But I didn't know that. I guess they have to stamp the name on it.
Or they write on it or
That
something.
is the thing I don't understand. Is just like, oh, okay, so now you're just writing in Sharpie on the side of
Right,
Yeah,
which
he's-
is damaging in another
the,
way.
yeah, you're just fucking it up.
I don't know if I believe him that it was not spine out first.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Thank you. We have academician
Ooh.
here.
Yeah,
Chad's a
smart
professor.
Chad thinks
Chad's a
that this is
professor.
bullshit, huh?
I agree.
Chad's calling him out.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of putting the name on the spine if you're not going to use that? To
Yeah, that's a
identify
cool
the book.
That's
Yeah.
a cool book though with the chain.
Oh, you like that? Susan likes the whole design of that book. So, all right,
nice.
more TikTok.
You want your pussy to stop smelling, to stop having any form of smell. Apart from the fact that some people, you don't have infection, you don't have anything, you are not sick, nothing. But you know that your pussy is not always like that fresh and smells good. I'm going to do this video again, but then listen to me. If you know you don't have infection, there's nothing wrong with you, but your pussy is not always ready for somebody's face to dive in. See, I'm going to talk about it. Anything that wants to happen should happen. See, if you want your pussy to be as fresh as water, that even if you don't bathe for a whole day, your pussy will always be clean and ready for something to, for some mouth every single time.
A mouth?
If you want your pussy to stop smelling and always be clean and neat. Dump tissue paper. Yes, dump tissue paper. A lot of it. Do you understand what you're doing to yourself? Like, you wipe your bum with tissue paper. After urinating, you wipe with tissue paper. It doesn't make sense. You are just spreading it around. You are just rubbing it around. After using the toilet, please use water. Use water. Use your left hand. Use your right hand and scoop water.
There's another minute of this left, but I think we got the meat of it.
We got the point.
So that's, how about not using your hand and getting a bidet or something if she's that hot on that stuff?
I mean, that sounds like that applies to...
There is a world that is against toilet paper and likes bidets. There's a sort of a whole...
Yeah.
I'm in that camp.
Are you you have a bidet now?
You know this. I give myself an enema every day.
But yeah, but I didn't know that you disdain to toilet paper.
I mean, I'll settle for it. I'm tolerant of toilet
Is she
paper.
making the point that wiping your ass and then your vagina is creating infection?
Yeah, I don't wipe my vagina.
No, she's saying that using toilet paper doesn't remove the smell because you're not rinsing it off. You're just mushing it around.
No, but I think she's saying that
who
because
wipes
she's
their
saying
vagina?
dump the toilet paper. Dump it.
Get rid of
don't
it.
use it.
Yeah, don't use it.
Because you're just spreading it around.
But Susan is asking, when am I rubbing my toilet paper on my vagina?
Right.
It's after you pee, I think she's saying.
Not really. I mean, you just dab it. You don't rub it into your vagina.
Well, she's saying don't dab.
But
it.
She's saying don't
water.
do it. She didn't point water
if you use toilet paper on your bum, you're supposed to go from the inside to the outside. You never go from outside to inside.
Correct. But she was not even talking about that. She was saying that when you wipe your ass with toilet paper, it just mushes things around.
Yeah.
Those were her words.
But I don't think urine makes your pussy stink.
No, but she thinks the toilet paper does.
The toilet paper does.
Because you're pushing it up against your
now,
vagina.
listen, it sounds great. Using water is probably the best way, but then you're wet with water. What do you do after that?
Right.
Just throw your underwear on and get it wet?
Then
Or-
you dab. Then you use the toilet paper
No,
because
I
now
think-
you're just wiping away water.
No, I think-
yeah. Okay, but then if you're, dipping your hand into a toilet and taking the bacteria-laden water and shoving it in your vagina, you're going to have a problem too.
Susan, help this email.
Right?
Here we go.
It's not...
I'm tiring of the water on the pee hole. All right, I'm 28-year-old, zero sex drive, can barely hold an erection. Ooh. Started watching porn age 7. Started yanking around that as well. 3rd to 5th grade, my best friend's older sister, who was in junior high school at the time, would take me to her room constantly when have dry sex with me. I was very sexually active in high school, so he was how old then? Junior high school, best friend's older sister.
That's like 12 or 13?
Yeah. Had threesomes a lot. Have definitely done everything. At the age of 19, started having sex with prostitutes for about 2 years.
Okay.
At 25, just lost interest completely.
Okay.
The last thing on my mind, I have left girls and girlfriends up in arms and have even left some questioning their own attractiveness. It sucks. What can I do? So Isaac, you've had some very, very serious sexual trauma growing up. And again, this is, we've tried
He's desensitized,
He's
right?
desensitized. We don't fully know the impact of porn at young age. Age 7, he started really masturbating. Age 7 to pornography. We just don't know the full impact of that. And then all this other sexual trauma that followed, and then sexual addiction. And one thing about sexual addiction is some people have what's called bipolar quality of their sexual addiction. They go from very high levels of sexual activity to total shutdown. The fact that you are so shut down, I would get a medical evaluation just to make sure. The fact that you can't have an erection, that's kind of, you're not saying I'm, spilling all my chi watching porn and then I can't get an erection. You're saying I just got nothing.
Right.
And it can be a mood disturbance. It could be some of this bipolar sexual addiction. But
Maybe he had his hormones come in really young and he's like almost growing out of it now. So he's like a 30-year-old or that would have the same, or 40-year-old.
There's not really anything like that except testosterone producing cancers and tumors.
Right,
and he
right.
would know that already. And it wouldn't go away. It would just keep getting worse. So there's something just... Look, at very minimum, you're going to need some mental health services here. You for sure are. If you're going, what this leaves you with, essentially, and what you're describing, amongst other things, is also an intimacy disorder. You can't be with people. You can't be close with people, and that's really serious and a tough problem. You want to check out some good resources. Check out the Center for Healthy Sex.org. I think is the last. Slip and slide pussy. 33-year-old was on birth control, pill and NuvaRing.
Those are the best.
From age 17 to 29, I went off.
It's like a snail.
Now I know where the snail identity comes from. I went off birth control completely, but since stopping, I get too wet. Like it's a damn slip and slide. It's not great time for me or my husband, so she can't feel any friction.
Aw.
We've been matching it. We have been using a towel throughout the session, but is it normal to have that kind of reaction after getting off the birth control pill? Is there anything I can do to dry up? I don't want to go back on the birth control pill because you're trying to conceive. Don't touch my camera through the fence. Kelly, this is probably, I'm going to bet this is more your normal functioning, and that when you were on all that birth control, it was drying you out and was sort of making you sort of not normally yourself. And the progesterone in most of the pills, and even in certain of the implantable things.
I think the estrogen's what gives you the
wet.
Excessive,
Yeah, but the progesterone dries you out. And most of the birth control pills we have these days are high in progesterone.
Oh,
So
okay.
that would have been drying her out. So I would say just go with this until you conceive. Sometimes there's change after delivery, so this might not continue after the pregnancy.
I have an idea.
And then you can go back on the pill later.
I
if
have
you
an
want.
idea.
Yeah.
Wear your underwear while you're having sex and just slip it to the side so it gets the extra juices.
Yeah, but what's inside, she's saying, is too slippery. Like they don't feel no friction. They can't feel each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's not just
just
just that it's a mess. I appreciate you keeping everything clean.
Just an idea.
It's an idea.
No, I don't mean the clean part. It might just soak up some of the extra fluid and
Okay.
it won't be so
Maybe.
slippery.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Or, get some friction on the
They're
side.
using a towel, too.
Yeah.
Drying it up.
Put on a diaper. Put a hole in it.
Talking about a pleasureless wife. My wife and I have been married for 2
I'm a
years.
problem solver.
She has trouble with ever having an orgasm when we have sex, though if she uses a vibrator on her own, she gets there easily. Backstory, we got married at 19 because we were both at the time involved in Christianity and the church. We have shame around sex and blah, blah, blah. When we got married, we both had not ever experimented, and she never even knew that she could masturbate until we got married. We were essentially both virgins until our honeymoon. Now 2 years into it, she still can't experience sex. He's complaining that she can't have an intercourse orgasm. So what's your advice?
Not everybody can do that.
Correct.
See, I got that one right.
And she can do it with a vibrator. So maybe...
Use a vibrator while you're having sex.
How about that? What a crazy idea. She's recently figured out she's bi. Uh-oh. Now, we've considered adding other couples into the
Is she
sex.
identifying as a snail?
We've considering adding other couples into our sex since we know a few close friends who have talked to us about this idea
But
before.
now, wait.
That will be a disaster.
What is the problem? That she can't have an orgasm during intercourse?
Yes.
Or that
there's more going on.
They don't want to have sex alone anymore.
She's bi.
Right.
So she may be saying bye-bye to heterosexual and hello to lesbian.
Right.
I don't know. But them, I mean, what do they do? Well, all right, let's say
Probably because the woman pleases her with different
oral sex. Yeah, maybe she's sort of
so
interested in that.
he needs to learn how to do that.
Maybe some good, I like how you're thinking. So better with the oral sex. Maybe that will satisfy her. Maybe that's what she's interested in. But maybe go see a couples counselor because there seems to be a lot of confusion here.
Yeah.
And if she's
bringing people in is a bad idea.
If she's actually gay, you need to know that. And bringing other people in, you just don't know what the feelings that are generated. People are hard to predict, and it destabilizes relationships terribly.
What religion were they?
Christianity.
Oh, okay. Not Mormon.
Got some more voicemails?
Yeah, we got some voicemails for you.
Hi, Hitler. This is Robert from the Bay Area. I just had a question. Sometimes when I'm having intercourse with a lady friend, I always get complaints that my penis is too thick.
Uh-oh.
Not necessarily that it's too long or too big. It's just big. I was wondering if there's any advice that you have that I can make it more pleasurable for lady friend.
No.
A lot of times, as well as they want to have anal intercourse, and that seems almost impossible.
Right.
Piss on me, beat me, my mommy.
So when back in the Loveline days, we used to get too big as a complaint much more frequently than too small.
Yes.
Too small, you can kind of work with. Too big, you're sort of stuck with. There's not a lot you can do. But what are your suggestions?
Why me?
You have a vagina.
I do. But I like them thick, so it's fine.
No, I understand, but if
listen, if you're not compatible with the person that you're having sex with because there's a fit issue, it takes a lot more creativity.
Okay.
So like, don't stick it in as far, or just remember how you used to say you need like a grommet or something so it doesn't go in as deep.
Yeah.
But anal is not the end all.
No.
Obviously.
But so is there a way he can put his female partner sort of in the sort of more control position so he's not?
I think best for them would be for her to be on top.
Okay.
Because then she can control it.
Okay. Or some version of her being in control. Of what's
so
going on.
like when you're there's certain positions where it hurts a lot more if it's big, and if you're on top, then you can just do it till it starts to hurt, not go all the way in.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
But
so in other words, let
give
them
it time,
kind of control it.
Slowly stretch it out.
Everyone's complaining about it.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to use it so that you're not hurting them. Obviously, it has to be a comfortable experience.
Right.
And I wish you all the best.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
What's that?
Dump lube on it? Is that a?
The lube helps.
Lube is good. It would make it
help.
slippery. But I think the woman has to not just be screaming in agony because he's going too hard and too fast.
And the other thing is obviously relaxation and stuff, and sort of
make sure she's completely. Lube would be good. Good idea.
Okay.
Good idea.
Another voicemail.
Hey, Dr. Drew. I'm Matt. I'm 22. When I've been a virgin for the last 22 years, except for recently. So
yay!
I go over, I smash, but I don't bust. Like I never nutted.
Mm-hmm.
I lasted a decent amount of time because I didn't. Anyways, then I'm like, holy shit, I'm broken. So I go and I smash a different chick. Like 2 days later, no nut again. Okay? So I guess my question is there like what's going on?
Okay.
Like I don't think I was nervous or any of that sort of stuff, but there was just no, like my buddy was like, hey, you should go masturbate. And I was like, no, I'm not going to jerk off because that's like rewarding a bad dog.
Oh my God.
Anyways, if you could help me come, that'd be great.
All right. Good, I'll be coming
You
over
can
today.
help me come.
So
Come on, Drew, help him come.
Common complaint, not a big deal. It's not necessarily anxiety so much as the intensity of the situation is a little bit too much for some guys, and it makes it difficult to get to that stage in the switch from in the autonomic nervous system to where you can have an orgasm. You're not broken. It's not them. Don't let them believe that it has something to do with her. And you really probably need to work this out with a partner. Sometimes people actually have to masturbate to the point that they're just about to have an orgasm and then include the partner in the whole behavior. But it's something you kind of need a stable relationship with, that you can kind of work this out. You will get through this. It will not be that big a deal. Provided you're not on any medication or anything that can sort of delay ejaculation. It's usually something that if it's happening early in your career, it's something you can kind of figure out and work out. So, right?
Yeah. And then definitely try masturbation to see if you can make it work.
With the partner?
No, before, on the side.
Oh, I'm sure he's masturbating. Oh, he's not masturbating, you think, at all?
I don't know. He said it's like rewarding a dog,
Do you think he's saying he doesn't masturbate at all? I thought he was talking about after bad sex.
His friends were giving him the tip to masturbate if he can't nut. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that because bad dog. But I don't think he said he doesn't masturbate outside of sex.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
Well, but his masturbatory habits are
women
sort of,
do it all the time.
But the masturbatory
after sex, because the men just rolls over and goes to sleep. So.
Interesting. Is there something you want to tell me?
Not you. You're always very tentative.
Okay. All right, good. But his masturbatory habits actually are relevant. If we had him on the phone, I'd be asking him about that stuff to see if there's something about what he's doing that he can kind of incorporate his partner into. So that's the other way to do this. What else you got?
I don't know. That's
Hey,
another
Dr.
word.
Drew. This is Kirsten. I'm calling because my husband has had an issue if we are having sex in the doggy style position. He oftentimes gets a Charlie horse, and it's been going on for years, and we've tried giving him magnesium, thinking that that would help, and it seems to, no matter what, still happen, and it sucks because that's one of my favorite positions. I'm wondering if you could offer any advice. Calling from Haley, Idaho. All right.
I
Thank
love her
you.
sweet voice.
The women are so much more entertaining than
He gets a
calls.
Charlie horse.
So I'm assuming
Do you ever
he's
get Charlie horses?
no. He's talking about a calf spasm, right?
Something like that.
That product I used to work for, TheraWorks, does really help some people with spasms. So he could put that on before you guys go into action. That's a possibility.
Or he could stretch.
He can stretch for sure.
Pilates.
Just stretching the calves out, definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
And there are medication that can reduce spasms. I don't like them, but if you're desperate for this, it's
I
something
think he
you can
should
try.
work on that muscle group, like with a Pilates machine, or take Pilates and stretch.
Yes, we agree.
That's what I would do.
Okay, but if he doesn't have his Pilates machine handy,
Then he can
as
go.
A lot of people don't.
He can
just
go
stretch.
online and he can learn Pilates stretches.
Drew,
on
you
YouTube.
said that you don't like the gels. Why is that?
No, I do like the TheraWorks. I like that a lot. That's why I was representing that, because it worked
Yeah.
and it obviated the need for medication. I don't like people taking medicine for a muscle cramp
No.
because the
No.
medicines are kind of powerful, and it's like, but if he has to do it, you know,
Maybe
check
she
that out.
could work some stretching exercises into their foreplay, like laying on his back and stretching his leg.
And why can't he,
and
like, do it on-
tickling his butthole or something?
whoa,
you know,
what?
something like that,
Huh?
and then stretch him out.
Okay, and
I'm creative. What can I
yes,
say?
yes. Well, I'll be thinking about that soon.
Okay.
So I don't understand why. I'm assuming it's in one leg, right?
I don't know.
Because of both legs simultaneously.
Yeah, probably one leg.
It seems sort of weird.
Yeah.
And if it's one leg, how about standing on the other leg?
Yeah, he could
Like
just
and
change.
putting or bedding, or how about on his knees on the bed or something? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or maybe
maybe.
it's still
That's what I was gonna say. Is why doesn't you just stand? Like
or stand. Yeah, just try different positions.
Maybe he's
for
getting
him.
it from the hip motion, and it's just
Whatever it is, they're different. He doesn't either have to be standing. He doesn't have to be standing on both feet. He can be on his knee. There's a lot of different ways they can do this,
Yeah.
obviously, and they need to kind of work on that. it seems
I
like.
think he needs to stretch more.
We got that. And he needs his butthole tickled. I got it. Right?
He's in backwards in there.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
While you're warming him up.
Okay. Since my girlfriend ended her second trimester,
That might make it go away.
Since my girlfriend entered her second trimester, we've been having weird issues with my penis after sex. After we have sex, the tip of my penis gets irritated and itchy over the next couple of days. I get red spots on the head of the penis 1 to 2 days later.
Yikes.
I'm uncircumcised, and these next couple of days are going to be mildly painful to retract the foreskin. After a couple of days of no contact, everything seems to be returning to normal. I'm not sure what that is.
Ouch.
It sounds kind of like a fungus,
Yee,
but and
yay.
you don't want to be transmitting that if
Ugh.
she's pregnant. Women can get Gardnerella, get bacterial vaginosis during pregnancy, and it's
I
actually a
did.
significant thing. You actually got to get it treated. So I would talk to her obstetrician. I think they should see if there's anything, not so much that there necessarily is anything they can really do about your penis, but whether it means anything significant in terms of
That's
what's going on
crazy.
in her pregnancy. Yeah.
Have
Well,
it checked.
All right, I'd love to see some more videos.
I
if
got
we can.
Gardnerella when I was pregnant, and Drew goes, "How did you get that?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm growing a garden in there." I don't know what it is.
Just because of Gardnerella.
I had 3 babies. I have a garden. It's like, really green.
Here's a nice video.
Such a scientist.
You need to get a towel and some soap and scrub under your armpits. And then use that same towel and apply a nice dose of soap and spend 2 minutes washing your nuts. Don't just go 1 or 2 passes now, nigga. Wash your nuts. Yep. You need to do that. And
Oh
then
my God, I
you
love
need
this
to
guy.
Rinse that motherfucker out, do it again, and wash down the crack of your ass.
Yeah.
Yep, down the crack of your ass. And then you need to actually, you need to look at it. And you need to wash until that motherfucker's clean. Then you need to actually point away from the shower, bend over, and let the goddamn water run through there. Yeah, nigga, clean your asshole. A woman that licked your ass probably because it's got crustaceans in it, dude. Where you niggas, man?
R.I.P.
Anybody disagree? any notes?
No,
Nope.
you gotta clean them.
I think
He's so cute.
All right, next.
Some men need direction.
I guess that's what this
It's
is
true.
reminding us. That
They
it's probably
do.
true. It's probably true. We're animals until we're 27. You know, I'm telling you, we are. It's pretty bad. And he's got, Nadav's got a crazy smile on, so he's getting something loaded up for us.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I got something great for you.
This is crazy.
Oh.
Oh, no.
One more time.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Arm.
Oh.
Did you see his leg?
Yes.
It like went bow-legged, and then he look at this. Look at that.
Oh,
it's
he might have hurt that
ankle.
knee, too.
No, it's his
Oh,
ankle.
yeah.
No, it's definitely the knee.
Yeah.
The
oh
knee
my God.
turned. Oh,
It went the
yikes.
wrong way.
Watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a very Tom
And his
Segura like
an
move there.
exterior cruciate and ankle pull.
Anterior.
Wait. What is it called?
Lateral collateral. Lateral collateral.
I don't have one of those anymore. That
Yeesh.
that looks painful.
And they
though.
get him up afterwards, all right?
I don't know. The video kind of cuts off, but
No.
yeah, the only info we have is that he really hurt his leg.
Oh, really? Just the leg? I thought the.
I think it's
thought
his
the
leg.
He
arm.
might have
and-
hurt stuff on the way back down, but I mean,
He's falling on cement,
poor
man.
thing.
Oof.
What were they doing? Racing? Or
just
what?
racing, just boys being.
Should we just watch Tom's video just to remind us what a real good fall looks like?
Those snapping sounds are kind of stuff of what nightmares are made of.
Oh my
Here, you know
goodness.
what? I think you're gonna really like this sound.
Okay.
The sound?
Oh, I've seen that one. You showed me that one before. That's terrible. Does he get up?
Not in the version we have.
Normally, I laugh when people fall, but he looks young.
The head. Oh, and the legs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
I don't know why this stuff.
Was not
these
a-
falls are affecting me in my balls for some reason. My balls are like my cream hysteric response is up.
You had a lot of exercise in your balls today, so there you go.
Care to share? Want to share it? Actually, what happened
what's
to my
up,
balls?
Susan?
What happened to my balls today during sex?
He got a Charlie horse.
I mismoved and smashed one. Never done that before. Have I ever done that before?
He was kind of doing this contortionist like position that I've never seen before. He went sideways.
And what happened?
And he screamed, I think I smashed my.
No, I didn't think. I was not think. Do you have to think about that? Do you have to wonder if that's what's happened when you have that
pretty
happen?
quickly if you did it. or
No,
not.
it's pretty clear.
But it was like he hurt himself like that, but then he got up and he kept going.
See, I'm push through. Remember we established you got to push
He
through.
learned that in the Whiny
It's all in the
round
mind,
test.
right?
That's right. I just imagine.
Great job, Drew.
Imagine those staff
I
guys
know
screaming
about
at me.
about 20,000 people just stopped watching the show after hearing that.
Well, thank you for doing that, Susan. So I wonder if you could show her that carnival ride in India that I think you need to see this. So there's a carnival ride in India that looks like the kind of ride our kids used to like to go on and stuff. And I think you've been on a few of these too. And I just want you to just kind of take a look at what you think of this ride. Whether you think it would have been like fun to do this or
Where? Is it going
it's
to be
coming.
on here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here it comes. Look, it's one of those high spinny, when they kind of comes down
Okay.
rather quick, and then
Do they have lawyers in India?
Let's see that again.
Holy
One more time.
Yeah, I
I,
think they
thought
might.
you'd enjoy this.
Oh my God! Is there somebody underneath that? Like
no,
what?
no.
Is there like?
They
why-
all fly off of it. Is what happens.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. Wait, what was that thing hanging on the bottom when it started down? Was that a person that came through, or was that?
Wait, what are you
was
saying?
that?
Where?
on the bottom?
Like, what is that little light colored thing on the right?
It's just the machine that spins it, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
That's not a person.
No.
Dangling or
No,
anything.
people are much smaller than. It's just the
Holy shit.
track. Oh. So what do you think? Maybe carnival rides?
No, I never do those ever. I'm never on those.
You're
I
actually bothered by this.
yeah, somebody seriously got injured in there, and they're.
You look really upset.
I feel bad
No one
for.
died. No one died here.
No one died good.
No, but
That's good.
about 30 people got really injured, though.
Yeah, I'm sure they have neck injuries and
back injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you okay?
Charlie horses.
I'm sure
and-
there's a county fair nearby.
Oh man,
Come on, right? There's got to be fairs. We're in Texas.
I
It's
got
fall.
lucky because Douglas never would go on those rides, so
Oh,
I
is that
got to
right?
not do it too.
Ah.
You would do it with the kids, with Paulina and Jordan.
Okay.
And then you'd all come back green, and I'd be like, oh,
No,
thank
thank you.
God. Yeah, I get sick just looking at it.
Balancing on balls. I wonder what that was.
Balancing on balls.
Balancing on balls. I mean, now that you've heard
That's
the
what
story,
Drew was
that's what I
doing.
was doing. Here it is.
Fuck, du ligger afslappet. Fuck, du slapper meget af.
Oh.
Fuck, hvor du slapper af.
That's
Du ligger fucking afslappet sådan der. Ej, hvor du slapper af, mens du ligger sådan der.
So is
I think I could do that.
Balancing on balls in Norway. Is that what we're calling this, or Sweden?
So that's how you were fucking, Drew?
It looks kind of like it. It's kind of like that. I didn't have such a cool haircut.
That's what he looked like when it hurt.
Denmark. That's what this happened.
I want to hear the Swedish again, or the,
that
whatever
doesn't
it was.
Look comfortable.
No.
Danish?
Danish?
He
Is
looks
Danish?
really
It's
ripped.
Denmark. Is that
No,
Danish?
it's
people?
Danish. Yeah. You're generally bright people.
Fuck, du ligger afslappet. Fuck, du slapper meget af. Fuck, hvor du slapper af. Du ligger fucking afslappet sådan der. Ej, hvor du slapper af, mens du ligger sådan der.
I've heard the F word 4 times and the N word.
It sounds like it.
I
No,
don't
he
think
said
they're speaking
he
our
said,
language,
He
man.
said sligger.
It's very
he didn't
weird.
say the N word.
All right. I'm glad we saw that. Is there?
That was very creative. If
Look, men. I was, Susan got to meet Dave Smith from Legion of Skanks.
Yes.
And we were talking. Dave's a very bright guy, and we were talking about how he agreed that men until they're 27, there's just no telling what they'll do.
Right.
We just do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And we should be in cages. Till
Yeah,
we're
the
27.
brain doesn't fully develop.
No, and this is the kind of
But
thing
they
you'll
were
do.
they were drinking and having fun and thought that would be funny. Like
I wish I could.
I feel
understand
sorry
Dana.
for the guy. I wonder what happened afterwards. That's a lot of pressure on your balls.
Does Christina have a track of men punching their balls or getting kicked in the balls? There's all these martial arts experts that do all this nut punishment stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, not in the batch that I have here
No,
for you.
give me another
So
one. Let's see what
crazy.
you do have.
I have 2 more left in TikTok.
All right, let's do it.
Now these guys are 6-week-old
Uh-oh.
Bengal tiger babies. You're actually seeing 2 different colors right now. You're seeing this lovely guy, which is what we call a standard, which is like the normal color that people are used to seeing. They're brown and black. And then you have the royal white Bengal tiger, which is the white tiger with black stripes. These guys were actually born in the exact same litter.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we seeing all these animal videos on Christina's feed?
like that
just
little
the curation is
chimp.
done.
Soft again.
Isn't he
She's
cute?
she is.
I
She
like that little
is.
She
chimp
could use a
liquids.
strongly worded text from you, Drew.
Yes, she's gonna have to hear from me. That's why you're showing me these things. We got to get her back on track.
Yeah.
She's losing it. Well, I'm worried about her. Okay, is there one more? Tell me it's not
Yeah.
another animal.
Last one. It is kind of animal themed.
So I got requested to cook a whole alligator today for a little party. I had some leftover boudin right there and some bacon. We're gonna stuff this sucker up. What I like to do is I'm gonna really just stuff the tail, the real good meaty part. Get you a good knife right down them back straps, dude. See that right there? We're gonna open it up on both sides.
Alligator's good.
All the way down. All the
You don't
way
like
down.
alligator?
Right here.
Oh,
You feel
Get
bad
it
for
out.
it?
I hate
Bone it
watching
out.
this.
Keep going.
My dad used to make me clean fish. Ugh. He's gonna cut his finger off. Something bad's gonna
So
happen.
I got this old boudin.
What's
Get it
boudin?
nice and moist. We're gonna come up in here.
It's like a
and we just
sausage
gonna
mixture.
Stuff it down.
That's nice.
In them
Boudin?
little
This guy's Cajun.
slits we made.
Cajun.
Get it good in there on both
I
sides.
love his voice.
Boy, this is gonna be fire, dude. Yeah. And look, we're gonna wrap that in bacon because the alligator is not like pork or beef. That fat just don't render down. Look how lean that is. There ain't much fat on
Yeah.
there. So we're gonna
It
keep
looks
it
lean.
from drying out on the cooker. And we're gonna give them a little boudin surprise when they cut it open.
Buddha surprise.
Water.
This goes on for like another 2
That's
minutes.
enough. I'm not sure I need to say
Wait.
more.
So what do they? They're gonna wrap it in bacon.
And they're gonna cook it. That's all.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah, look at that. Look at
Oh
that.
my gosh, she really does.
Right. That's
This actually
cool.
looks pretty good.
No,
Yeah.
that's cool. But then how do they cook it
And a smoker.
on a
Barbecue.
Just barbecue it. That's a big guy. Oh, it's so sad though. Poor little guy. It wasn't a very big one. Bleh.
Got the chick on them yard pimps with that beautiful boudin, but they ain't always coming at you. Beautiful Louisiana blue crab.
Oh, nice.
Gonna hit you with them special little swimps.
Oh, nice.
That's what I found. I lied. I thought it was the last crawfish of the season. That's what I found in the trap, dude. We're about to get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hungry now.
That looks really good.
Got the gator smoking, got the boudin flowing. What we gotta do? Get that gator meat, get that boudin.
No, that's enough. I've seen enough boudin, enough gator.
It's pretty cool.
I gotta talk to Christina P. This girl is.
That's fine. No.
This is the most. This
I've
looks
never
like you're the
cooked
most
an
upset
alligator.
on this batch of TikToks. I've
I'm
ever
trying to
seen.
remember what it was last time we were watching. That I thought she was so soft.
It was like
kittens, cats. Yeah,
it
cats
was a
on
cat riding down on a sled.
Yeah, that was like this disturbing that she
was
sent me
cute.
that. Disturbing.
Yeah, but I
That
like
was the
the
most
tigers.
disturbing.
They were cute, and the
Why?
little
It's
chimp.
not on this show. It
I
doesn't belong on
know,
this
but
show.
it's for me.
It's for you.
Yeah, it's a girl thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you were on Where My Mom's At, you'd expect to see stuff like that?
Yeah, sure.
You're in your mom's house.
Yeah, I don't get like 6,000 questions about how to use a dick. Like, I like seeing a cute tiger once in a while. It's nice.
On your mom's house.
Yes.
What's happened to this place? I used to think
They've gone soft.
I think I
What
thought I
happened to you,
understood
dude?
it. What happened to me? What?
Yeah, maybe you've become more
I
calloused.
know. What happened to him?
Fucking
Show me
traumatizing
murders.
video.
Since he was in the
Come on,
SAS
man.
training,
not
I wanted
that.
to kick some ass.
It's that I just don't expect to be looking at somebody stuffing meat and so cooking videos and tiger little puppy videos. I
That
just didn't
was-
expect that.
Okay, you know
They
what?
were
Let's end
cooking
on a
an
good note. All right,
alligator.
I got one for you.
Again,
All right, here we
that
go.
was kind of creepy.
All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh no.
Is he okay?
He's okay.
Looks like it.
He's
Wow,
fine.
good for him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you. I feel
oh
better.
my god. Look
I
at that
like
guy.
it. I appreciate when people aren't hurt too.
He
and it's
has a
something-
guardian angel, that guy. He literally
truck to truck, nearly head on. Guys flies out of the vehicle, also hit by the truck. It seemed like on the way
Oh my
by.
gosh.
And let's see.
That's such a crazy video.
Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, it
boing.
looks like he flew out. 'Cause the-
It's like Top Gun.
Oh my god. Oh man. I like the way he put his feet in front of the curb so he didn't hit his
Wow.
head. Got
I
his
think
feet
he played
around him.
football.
You do?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Because he landed well.
Good. All right. Well,
And
thank you for being here. Another extraordinary performance.
I know.
And you feel
and
good
I'm-
about it?
I'm happy to come back anytime.
Okay.
It's fun.
You feel good about this one?
Yeah, I feel good.
We weren't too nasty to you?
Yeah, the last time I said some things that I had to see on the internet, but
Oh,
you know,
really?
it's okay.
Like what?
Just the things I said.
What'd
I
you
was
say?
in a feisty mood, I guess. So, yeah.
This time you're talking about thick cocks. So
How to use them.
I'm just saying. What did you say last
Your
time? I
cock's
forget.
perfect,
What, thank you. What did you say last time? I forget.
I'm not going to say it again.
What did it have to do with?
It'll be a clip again.
What did it have to do with?
I can't remember, but it
Oh,
was.
nonsense.
All right. So, who's your next guest?
So I think probably Nick Simmons, won't it? Nick
believe that's
Simmons,
correct.
Oh,
Gene
cool.
Simmons' son. Nick is a YMH super fan. Has he been on your mom's house before? Any of the?
No.
This is his first
That's
appearance.
cool.
We just connected with him.
He's going to be very excited. He's going to be excited to meet you guys. He's a super
Yeah, that's
duper
cool.
super your mom's house fan.
I like
And
those
he's
people.
a great kid and a brilliant dude. He's a super
Yeah,
bright guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't met him, have I? I might have met
I
him
don't
briefly,
think so.
like at some event.
No,
or
I don't think so.
something.
Jordan has met him. We walked
Yeah.
to Skid Row with him once.
Oh.
But yeah, so well, thank you for being here and thank you for everything
Thanks
as
for having
always.
me,
Thank you
honey.
for crushing my balls this morning. I appreciate that. That was quite an interesting.
I didn't do it. You were.
How dare
It
you?
was all you, honey.
All me.
You made your bed.
Are you guys good? Are we done here? Anybody have any
Fantastic.
questions
Great
for
work,
Susan
Drew.
before she lays scampers out of here? All right, that's it. I'm done. We'll see you next time.
Ta-ta.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.